Welcome back to our channel, where we don't just talk about the power of the mind, we awaken the divine force within you. If you've ever struggled to manifest your deepest desires, if you've ever wondered why your dreams feel distant or delayed, today's journey will open your eyes to the truth Neville Goddard insisted we must all understand. That what we desire isn't something to chase, it's something we've already received. We're going to strip away the old inherited beliefs that have held you back. We'll uncover the true meaning of desire, not as longing for what is absent, but as divine notification of what is already yours, here and now. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to receive what's already been given, how to live from the end, and how to shift your consciousness to match the reality of your fulfilled wish. So stay with us until the very last word, because this lesson will change how you see reality itself. If you're ready to stop waiting and start living your manifested life, this is your moment. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and join this growing community of awakened creators. Help us reach others. Share this message with at least 2 people you care about, because what you'll learn today may just be the spark someone else needs to remember who they truly are. Now, let's begin the journey. Why is it so difficult to materialize our dreams? That's the question that echoes through the mind of every seeker, every soul who's ever closed their eyes and dared to imagine a life beyond the one they currently live. Neville Goddard didn't leave us without answers. He left us with a revelation, a map. And it begins with this: your consciousness is the only reality. Everything you are conscious of being, you become. Everything you accept as true, you will eventually live. But here's the paradox: the more you desire something, the more you confirm its absence. And that, right there, is the very loop that keeps most people stuck. Because we were taught from childhood that desire means lack, that to desire is to long for something distant, something separate from us, that wishing means we don't have. But what if that definition was wrong? What if desire isn't a signal of emptiness, but a sign of fullness? Neville taught us something few truly understand. Desire is not a longing for what is missing. Desire is a divine announcement, a notification that what you seek is already within you, waiting to be claimed. Think about your phone. When it rings or buzzes, that sound doesn't mean a message is coming. It means a message has already arrived. The alert doesn't create the message, it informs you that the message already exists. Desire works the same way. The moment a desire awakens within you, it's not a cry for something far away. It is God within you saying, "This is yours. Wake up, take it, be it." The desire you feel is not a command to chase. It is a divine reminder that something has already been delivered in your unseen world, and it's time to open your eyes to it. This changes everything. You are not a beggar hoping to be blessed by the universe. You are the universe in form, awakening to what you already are. Desire is the knock at your door. Your imagination is the hand that opens it, and your acceptance is what lets it into your visible world. But how do we accept what already is? We stop chasing it in thought. We stop visualizing it as if it were someday, and we begin to dwell in it now. So how do you receive what you already have? This is the question that collapses the illusion of separation. The truth is, you do not manifest by effort, you receive by awareness. You don't create outcomes, you recognize what has already been given. Because your desires are not forecasts of a possible future, they are echoes from a deeper reality that already exists, calling you to remember. When your phone alerts you of a message, You don't doubt the message is there. You don't pace around the room hoping it will arrive. You simply open the app and read it. Why? Because you trust the system. You know how it works. And once you receive the notification, you act on it. Desire is no different. But most people ignore the signal, or worse, they misinterpret it. They believe the feeling of desire means they don't have something, and so they slip into wishing, hoping, yearning, emotions that feed lack, not fulfillment. That's the glitch in the system. Desire is a divine notification that the thing already exists within you. It's been assigned to you. It belongs to your consciousness. You're not waiting for it, it's waiting for you to wake up. So how do you receive it? You imagine. You imagine yourself already in possession of the thing. You imagine from it, not toward it. You don't look at it like a distant star. You become the one who already lives with it. Neville said, imagination is the only redemptive power in the universe, and he meant it. You redeem your reality by aligning your inner world with the reality you wish to see. Not in the future, not as a goal, but as your present identity. You become the man who already has it. You embody the woman who already is it. You live the scene in your mind so richly, so truthfully, that it begins to outshine your current circumstances. That is receiving. Receiving is a state of being. It's not begging, it's not striving, it's not negotiating with God or the universe. It is simply this: I already am, I already have, I already live. When you feel the desire rise within you, recognize it for what it is. A spiritual notification, a loving whisper from your deeper self letting you know it's done. Your only task now is to accept that notification and respond. And the way you respond is through inner movement, through the art of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That's the phrase Neville used. Not as poetry, but as a spiritual technology. Assume it, live it, be it. Let's talk about where your desires live. You have two realities. One is physical, what you can see, touch, measure, and explain. The other is invisible, your inner world, your imagination, your consciousness. Both are equally real. We were taught that only the visible counts, that if it's not measurable, it's not real. But that's like saying a seed has no tree in it because you can't see the branches yet. The tree is already within the seed, and the life you desire is already within your consciousness. The invisible precedes the visible. The unseen creates the seen. Neville called this world of imagination the reality that casts the shadow. And he was clear. Your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner assumptions. So here's the truth that will wake you up. If you want something to change out there, you must first change it in here. You don't go outside to rearrange your world, you go inward to accept it as already done. Every possibility already exists in the invisible dimension. Every version of your life is already stored in the quantum field, in your own mind. There is no lack, there is only unawareness. When you say, I want it, you are saying, I don't have it. But when you say, I am it, you collapse time. You bypass the delay. You remove the resistance. You activate the creative power within you, not by force, but by faith. And not blind faith, but inner conviction. You are not building the house brick by brick. You're stepping into the finished house and lighting a candle. This is what Neville meant when he said, claim yourself to be that which you desire to be. Do it in the stillness of night, and your claim will harden into fact. Let that land in your soul. Desire is not a signal to work harder, it is a divine reminder to return home. Imagine this. You have a cellar, a vault, A storehouse that contains everything you could ever want, already stocked and waiting. You don't have to build it. You don't have to beg for it. It's already yours. That storehouse is your imagination. Your desire is simply a ping, a signal, alerting you to the fact that a particular item is waiting for you inside. Your only job is to go down into that cellar and claim it, not by looking for it with your physical eyes, but by seeing it with your inner vision, feeling it, walking with it, dining with it, living with it. The more time you spend in that space, the more real it becomes. The more your consciousness accepts it, the faster it materializes in the visible world. Do you understand what this means? It means you are not a victim of circumstance. You are not a product of your past. You are not stuck. You are not waiting. You are the creator, the builder, the producer of the very film you are living. Your imagination is the studio. Your assumptions are the script. Your feelings are the camera. And you, yes you, are the lead actor and the director. Let's strip away the last illusion that stands between you and your manifested life. Most people think of God as something separate, something distant, someone to pray to, someone to please. But Neville taught a truth that transcends religion and pierces through dogma. God is your imagination. Not a man in the sky, not a figure outside of you, but the creative power within you. The one who dreams, who envisions, who assumes and accepts. You were made in the image of God, not because of your flesh or your form, but because you possess the same creative essence, imagination. This is the greatest secret hidden in plain sight. It's why Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you," because your consciousness is the source of your reality, the seat of creation, the doorway to every possible life you could live. Once you grasp this truth, really grasp it, everything changes. You no longer ask, "Will it happen?" You begin to declare, "It is done." You stop hoping and you start knowing. You stop wishing for the door to open and you realize you are the door. When Neville said you are God, he wasn't inflating your ego, he was reminding you of your origin. He was saying, the one who creates your world is you. The same power that created galaxies lives in your assumptions. That's why your words matter. That's why your thoughts matter. That's why your feelings are magnetic. And that's why every single desire you have is sacred, because it's not just a wish, it's an assignment, a calling, a signal from the God within you, urging you to awaken to a reality that's already yours. So what does it mean to live from the end? It means you stop living as someone who wants something, and you start living as someone who has it. It means you stop saying, "one day," and you start saying, "This is who I am." When you imagine yourself already in possession of your desire, when you see it, feel it, celebrate it, and walk in it now, you're not pretending. You're participating in reality at its deepest level. The world may not see it yet, but your imagination does, and the imagination always leads. Neville said, "To be conscious of being poor while praying for riches is to be rewarded with that which you are conscious of being, poverty." This is why so many people feel stuck. They ask for change, but they never shift their identity. They visualize abundance, but feel scarcity. They dream of love, but assume loneliness. They try to manifest from a state of lack and then wonder why the cycle repeats. Here's the key. You must feel it real, not someday, now. You must let your inner world become more real to you than the outer. That's not delusion, that's creation. The outer world is the shadow. The inner world is the source. When you live from the end, you walk through life knowing it's already done. And that knowing reshapes everything. Your decisions, your habits, your posture, your frequency. You begin to radiate the energy of someone who already has it, and the world responds in kind. Let me give you something practical. Say you want wealth. Living from the end doesn't mean checking your bank account 5 times a day hoping it magically grows. It means assuming the identity of someone who's already wealthy in consciousness, not desperate, not afraid, but calm, secure, generous. You start thinking like that version of you, speaking like them, walking like them. You spend time each night imagining simple scenes, paying for something easily, giving money away freely, looking at your hands and feeling the power of ownership, and soon that state begins to sink in. It becomes natural, and once it's natural to you internally, it must become visible externally. Or say you want love. Most people think they have to find it. But the truth is, you have to be it. You become the person who already feels loved, cherished, chosen. You imagine the warmth of connection, the softness of being held, the laughter of partnership, not with longing, but with gratitude. And when your state becomes one of already having, life mirrors that back to you. This is not magic, this is law. The law of assumption says, whatever you assume to be true is. So assume with boldness. Assume with trust. Assume as if you were the source, because you are. Here's what you need to know. You cannot fail at this. Because there is no failure, only reflection. If something isn't showing up, it's not because you're unworthy or broken or unlucky. It's simply because your consciousness hasn't yet accepted it. But that can change in an instant. You don't need a 30-day plan. You don't need perfect circumstances. You need one thing, an inner shift. The moment you say, "This is who I am," reality begins to reorganize itself to match. It might not happen overnight, but it will happen, because this is law. Just as surely as the sun rises, what you assume to be true in consciousness will harden into fact. So never panic, never doubt, never beg. Instead, return to the center. Close your eyes, go within, imagine vividly, feel deeply, know completely. Because the world will always reflect back what you are conscious of being. Now let this truth settle into your soul. You already have everything you've ever desired. It's not on its way, it's not out of reach, it's here, now, waiting for your recognition. All that stands between you and its physical appearance is your level of conscious acceptance. You don't need more effort. You need more awareness. You don't need to wish harder. You need to assume deeper. Every moment you imagine from your wish fulfilled, you are shifting the entire structure of your inner reality. You are pressing into a dimension that's already real, a version of life that already exists. And with every repetition of that inner feeling, you give it shape, form, solidity. That's not imagination as escape. That is imagination as creation. It's not about trying to bring something into your world. It's about realizing it was never outside of you to begin with. You are not here to chase. You are not here to wait. You are here to remember. And when you remember, when you dare to say, "This is mine," I am that. It is done. You ignite a force within you that cannot be stopped, because that is the voice of God. That is the power that parts seas, moves mountains, and reshapes lives. And that power lives in you. So take a deep breath and release every thought that says you're not ready. Let go of every doubt that says you're not worthy. Cast off every belief that says it's far away. You've been notified, you've been called, you've been chosen by your own higher self to rise, to accept, to become. This is not a motivational message. This is a revelation. You don't have to get the life of your dreams. You already have it in the invisible. The question is, will you claim it? Will you enter the state of the wish fulfilled and remain there? Will you persist in the assumption that your desire is already yours, even when the world shows you otherwise? Because when you do, when you dare to live from the end, you become the living proof of this truth. Imagination is reality. So if this message stirred something inside you, if it reminded you of who you really are, then I invite you now, subscribe to our channel. We are building a community of conscious creators who refuse to live by sight and choose instead to live by inner vision. Leave a comment below and declare it. I am your desire already fulfilled. Let the universe hear your new identity, and share this video with at least 2 people you love, because this knowledge is light, and light is meant to be spread. You don't have to wait another day to start living your dream. You only need to decide that it's already yours, and when you do, the world will follow. It is done.